My mother always said she'd crash my wedding no matter what I did. So when she arrived, smiling like nothing was wrong, I welcomed her in and locked the door behind her. Growing up, everything revolved around my older sister, Rachel, who has Tourette's. Her tics weren't small. She elbowed, stomped, screamed, ha, loud enough to shake walls. When I was 7, she grabbed my hair during a tic and slammed my head into the wall. Mom didn't ask if I was hurt. She just sighed and said, "She's having a rough day. Go play." That set the tone for the next 28 years. Rachel lashed out. I absorbed it. Mom smoothed everything over and called it love. Then last New Year's Eve, my boyfriend knelt under the fireworks and said, "You deserve to be someone's first priority." I cried so hard I could barely breathe. For the first time in my life, something was about me. 3 days later, Mom called with sugary enthusiasm. "I've been saving for this. Let me pay for your whole wedding." We planned flowers, venues, music, until she dropped the real reason. "Of course Rachel will be your maid of honor. I'm paying, so I get to pick at least one bridesmaid." Instant nausea. Every memory hit me at once. The Christmas plate Rachel threw that split my eyebrow. The belongings she'd stomped through. The pregnant cousin she elbowed at another wedding. Mom always defended her, always turned the blame on me. So I told Mom the truth. Rachel could attend everything, except the ceremony. The risk was too high. Mom exploded. "Then I'm not paying." "That's fine," I said, and meant it. The fallout was immediate. She called relatives saying I was cruel and ableist. She showed up at my apartment with Rachel to prove she could behave. 10 minutes later, Rachel elbowed my mirror and shattered it. "This is your fault," Mom yelled. "You're stressing her out." The night before my wedding, Dad warned me, "Your mother's coming whether you like it or not." And I knew she would. She always had. The morning of my wedding, I stared at myself in the mirror. My hands shook, but not from fear. This was the line I should have drawn years ago. When Mom and Rachel arrived early, I greeted them warmly. "I'm so glad you're here. Come see everything." I led them through the lobby, complimenting flowers, sunlight, decorations. Then I guided them toward the nursery, the same one I'd mentioned as an option. "This room has the best view," I said cheerfully. "You can see the whole ceremony on the screen." Soft lights, padded carpet, big monitor, exactly as planned. Mom walked in first. Rachel followed. "I'll step out and say something so you can test the sound," I said lightly. They nodded. I stepped out, closed the door, turned the lock. For a moment, I pressed my palms against the door, breathing in the silence I had never been allowed. The pounding began instantly. Mom yelling, Rachel shouting, "Ha!" over and over. But the walls were built to muffle crying babies. Rumbling voices barely made it through. For the first time in my life, the silence felt safe. Back in the bridal suite, the makeup artist blinked at my calm expression. When I stepped into my dress, it felt like armor. When I walked down the aisle between my husband's parents, my chosen family, I felt weightless. The ceremony was peaceful, beautiful, perfect. Hours later at the reception, when the locked door was finally opened, Mom stormed out furious. "That door has been sticking," I said innocently. "I told the venue to fix it." Mom's face burned with rage. "You're dead to me," she hissed before leaving. I just smiled. I learned from the best.